Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense set for a first down play. Looking downfield, it's Iyamaleava. Quickly complete.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Back to the ground game on the left. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. He's got it on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, look out. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable with that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense.
He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown ball! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Still on his feet at the 40. There he goes to the right. The 20. The 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Soft spot in the middle. Running toward the tape. He's inside the 40. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Throws to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes, and for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They want to run it left here. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
He's looking to throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The give on the inside. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
The give on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. They're bringing heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Volunteers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. This offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And the Rebels get it past the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Wide out in motion. Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Rebels!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21, Tennessee, 7.
Going for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least.
Time to take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Vols have their offense in high gear. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the run, it's Sampson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down, you got to make plays, you got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Howard. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Rebels decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Gets It's open down the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Third and goal for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will boot it away to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The snap sets up the throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he reels it in inside the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Goes to the option. Touchdown ball! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's got it, man, he can kill it.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, punt, punt. David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try it on the ground. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. They go to the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
The give to the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. By the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going over the top. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Shows him the stiff arm. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. This is a designed run. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Quarterback keeper. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. It's caught. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Volunteers are marching down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
He makes a catch. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Turns it on at midfield. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He wants to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to...
And it's picked off at the goal line. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll throw it on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Using his legs to buy some time. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown ball. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
28.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
Now, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires on the move. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Howard. He's got his man. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
It's good.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
One more play to pad the stats. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.